We went to a networking event in Luxembourg, and the keynote speaker for the evening was a chess grandmaster. And my initial instinct was, oh no, here's a bloke you don't want to go for a pint with. But anyway, I was wrong, and he was very engaging, obviously very bright. But he was explaining a story about AI and how tech can help him become a great or better player. And one of the stories he told, which struck me, was that the software AI chess playing software was built and designed and developed. And they taught the software or the AI every move that had been made in every chess game back to the 1650s, apparently. So all this database, everything was put in there. Every bit of human knowledge was put into this computer. So it knew all the moves, all the tactics, all the strategies that humans made as they play chess. And that computer was, I think, Stockfish 8, I think it was called. And that computer will beat anybody, any person that will beat them. What they then did, they had another AI computer, I would call it, and it was called AlphaZero. And what they did there, instead of teaching it all the moves that humans had made and giving it the human experience, they just taught it the fundamental basic moves of chess, the rules of chess, if you like, and allowed it then to learn its own strategies, its own tactics. And within literally a couple of hours, the AlphaZero was beating Stockfish 8, and it was just going from basic principles. And what they found was, or they decided was, that the reason that the Stockfish 8 was weaker, wasn't able to beat the AlphaZero, was because it had a human weakness, because it only saw things or learned from things based on the human paradigm, based on our knowledge, or the top players in the world, their knowledge. And so it struck me that actually in business and life, we can talk to like-minded people. Accountants hang out with accountants, and lawyers with lawyers, engineers hang out with engineers, and bankers hang out with bankers. And that's okay, that's great. You learn from each other, you get best quality experience. But actually, to get the very best and learn something new, maybe you need to bring somebody in from the outside, somebody who doesn't know the human condition, the human rules that everybody knows about in your sector, and can ask the crazy questions or make different assumptions or see things in a different way from a different paradigm. And so that's what happened in the chess world, and it probably happens in business world as well. That's why networking is so powerful. And I think, in my role as a coach, I come from outside the sector, and I'm not suggesting I'm the AlphaZero of the coaching world, but having a different perspective, or not thinking in the same way, the same maybe blinkered approach that people think within an industry, I can bring a different perspective, and it maybe adds a bit more value to the conversation, that we see things that otherwise wouldn't be seen. So I just thought it was very interesting. And my initial skepticism about seeing a chess grandmaster speak on stage, I was wrong. He was great, and interesting story, I thought. So it's Stockfish 8 and AlphaZero. You can Google it and have a look. Fascinating story. There's more research online. Oh, remember, yeah, it's okay to get a coach as well.